Hi guys. Well, I'm not going to bury the lead on this one. I will be taking the month of October off from the channel. Mostly, I think I'll still be able to put up short little Tuesday videos, but no Media Fight Mondays, no Friday videos, probably not a Tangent Tuesday. So, why October? Largely because I have committed to the Summer of Sport, because you guys voted on a thing and I took it and ran with it, maybe a little too hard. But that's what we're doing, and for the summer months, I'm covering the competitive side of martial arts in my book reviews, and summer ends in September. Also, if I'm being honest, October has some sentimental value to me for a few different reasons. So this may or may not become an annual thing, we will see. As far as my reason for taking a month off. So there's this thing called burnout. I don't think I'm there yet, but I feel myself edging closer to it. As I'm sure many of you know, I don't make money from this channel. I'm a teeny tiny little channel. I don't do YouTube for a living. So that means that I make my money elsewhere. So, for instance, I will leave my house at 7:15 in the morning, and I don't get home until after 5 a lot of times, sometimes after 6. And then I will try to find time to record or edit videos. And it feels like I'm coming home from work only to do more work. I think part of that is because I don't have a financial incentive to keep working when I'm not at work. It might be easier for me to do this if I had a tangible reward at the end of it. Actually, real quick, I'll give you guys some behind the scenes stuff. From the end of November until the end of April, my metrics were going up and up. And here's the thing, like, I didn't make this channel to make money. You know, it sure would be nice if I could just make a living talking about martial arts. That's not what I expected. It's not what I planned. But it looked like I was getting closer and closer to being monetized, and then suddenly it didn't plateau, it dropped. It dropped back down almost to the level it was around November. So it's not like I've stopped getting more views and more subscribers. It's like I've been set back. And again, didn't create this channel for the purpose of making money. However, for those few months, I could see myself getting to the point where, hey, maybe I can do this, maybe part-time, get some second source of income. You know, maybe I won't have to do a real job as much. But then with that reset, it really felt like emotionally a kick to the gut. And I think that since then, some of my work has suffered a little bit. I am less likely to stay up until like after midnight on Thursdays to work on a video for Friday. You know, you guys have probably seen more and more since April, like, video's not coming out tomorrow, guys. It's gonna have to come out on the weekend. You know, it only happens a little bit, but I've sort of been demotivated because of that, because I saw myself making tangible progress, and then it essentially all went away. Like I said, it didn't plateau, it dropped. It got reversed. Mostly, however, I would say that this comes down to having a lot of ideas and wanting to put out videos, and it is important to me to get videos out on time, and when I don't, even if it's because, like, I gotta work tomorrow, I definitely need to get to sleep at a reasonable time. In Dungeons & Dragons terms, I take psychic damage. Like, it really messes with me when I don't get a video out in time. It messes with me when I promise you guys a video and I don't get it out in a reasonable time frame. And I understand that the only person who's putting pressure on me is me. However, it's still something like I want to keep a promise to myself to keep this schedule and to get things out on time. And again, psychologically, it's sort of messing with me. So I'm stepping back. Uh, there's an expression that I've heard from pro wrestling personality Jim Cornette. He was talking about the old territory days where wrestlers would like go reinvent themselves in a place that nobody else had seen them, and then they might come back with something new. But the phrase he likes to use is, "How can I miss you if you never go away?" So I'm hoping that I will miss this, because I know I'll definitely miss parts of it. You know, I won't miss pressuring myself to, record a video on Wednesday, edit it on Thursday, push it out on Friday, and not really edit it in the way that I want to, not include all the pictures that I want. You know, I know my work has been suffering. I don't know how much of that you guys have seen, but I know it on my end. And again, it bugs me. It gets in the back of my head. So again, I'm stepping away for a month. Again, probably put out short Tuesday videos. That shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, I think I just basically need a break. I will say I don't know what my release schedule will look like when I come back. Again, right now, the biggest thing that I'm fighting is just like not having enough time to record, to edit, to do the reading that I want to do. And more so, I'm always going to be doing the book review stuff, but I want to branch out into other martial arts topics. I've got ideas for a lot of different videos. I've actually done the reading about the difference between the modern sport of Greco-Roman wrestling, which is actually French and only about 200 years old, and the ancient Greek wrestling form that was known as Pale. And the only reason I haven't made a video is I'm trying to get all my citation ducks in a row to make sure that I can go, okay, this is where I got my information, guys. I want to do other things too, like as a karate guy, I would love to do like compare and contrast the same kata as done by two different styles. That's going to require a lot of editing. A lot of editing. I've been editing one video on and off, a non-book review video, for months. And part of that is because I'm trying to include some more visuals. And on top of that, I just want to get better at my skill of editing, which basically means I need to create some dummy videos that I can afford to play around with instead of something that, again, I recorded on a Monday and like, I need to have this edited and out on Friday. So, mostly I'm putting pressure on myself. I think taking some of that pressure off in the future might look like changing the release from maybe a Friday to sometime on the weekend. It might also include going from doing a video every Friday to a video every other Friday. So like I said, some of this stuff takes a little bit of extra work. Anything that's not a book review does not have a standard format. When I do the reviews, I know where I'm going to get the media from because it's found in the book. When I'm doing something on, for instance, is the body lock used in Muay Thai? Of course it is. That's a video I've recorded. There's a guy that thinks that it's not. Anyway. But for that video, I would love to see instances of it used in Muay Thai matches and insert that in the video. That may result in watching hours of Muay Thai before I can make that video. And I don't mind that, but that's taking up a lot of time, and it's nothing that I can have a 3 or 4 day turnaround on. So again, taking some time off when I come back in order to make the type of videos that I'd like to make, to sort of branch out, I may wind up only doing 2 videos a month. We will see. I'm sort of leaning toward that right now, again, just because of the research requirements of some of the stuff I want to do. Like I want to do the history and profiles of certain styles and certain martial arts weapons, and take a look at some of the martial arts action guys and talk about their signature moves. Like, Cynthia Rothrock has that scorpion kick, and Jet Li has some weird spinning uppercut thing that he does in a bunch of his movies. I'd love to do that stuff and get it out for you guys, but a lot of that is time prohibitive. And I want to give myself more time again to do these videos. So anyway, I appreciate you listening to my rambling. I do have some non-sport book reviews that I've created outlines for. Larry Hartzel's second volume of Jeet Kune Do Grappling. Got one on the forms and applications of Silat. I got one of my favorite books, a book that I find a lot of significance in, which is Jean-Joseph Renaud's Self-Defense for the Street. That's the English translation of it. It was published in like 1912, and it was about 100 years ahead of its time in its approach to self-defense. And that outline is a full page front and back, whereas most of them that I do wind up being roughly 3/4 of a page. It's a lot. I'm a little intimidated by it, but also I can't wait to get around to it so I can tell all you guys what's in this book that you can find a reprint of in English and pick it up if you want. So yeah, like I said, the channel may shift and change a little bit. Ultimately, this is about getting information out there, and my opinion. But primarily, I want to push out information. I want to keep you guys informed, and of course, when November comes around, we're going to have Black Friday, as I do every year. I'm going to look for the best Black Friday deals out there on books, instructionals, equipment, so that you guys can have a chance to get some of the coolest stuff at a discount. That's all I have for now. I'm going to finish up the rest of September, and then after that, I'll see you guys in November.